We've reached the point of the NFL offseason where the content and news is so dry that major companies have started to make their positional rankings and team rankings heading into this upcoming NFL season. And I thought I would follow that trend and make my own top 5 quarterback rankings. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and drop a like in the video if you guys do enjoy it. I'll have my Twitter and Discord in the description if you guys want to get more connected with the channel. With all that being said, let's hop into the video about my top 5 NFL quarterbacks heading into the 2021 NFL season. Now, before there's any confusion, I did not include Deshaun Watson on my top 5 list because there are still questions if he's going to be participating in this next upcoming NFL season. If there was no questions or drama regarding Watson and his playing future, he would definitely be my top 5 quarterback list. Due to the circumstances that he may not even take a snap next year, I decided to not include him in my top 5 quarterback list. But with all that being said, let's hop into my top 5 quarterbacks. At number 5, I have Josh Allen. Josh Allen was absolutely tremendous last year. He threw for 37 touchdowns, only had 10 interceptions, and had an insane 4,500 yards on the season, throwing for almost 70% completion percentage. The growth between each of the years of Allen's career is something really magical, and it was really nice to see in his third NFL season. He never had a 60% or above completion percentage in his first 2 NFL seasons, but he managed to get it to almost 70% completion in only his third NFL season. Stephon Diggs was a huge addition for the Buffalo Bills and Allen in his development. From start to finish, Josh Allen was in the MVP sweepstakes all season long. He led the Bills to the AFC Championship game where they did fall to the Chiefs, but they got their first playoff victory in over 20 years, and it was a magical season for Allen and the Bills. I know some people are hesitant to put him in their top 5 because he's only done this for 1 season, but what Allen did last year was just tremendous with what he did extending plays, throwing the ball down the field, and of course winning games for the Bills week in and week out. I expect him to have another big year this year with Diggs, and I think he's going to prove to people that he's more than just a one-year wonder, and he's going to continue on the trajectory to being one of the best quarterbacks in the league. At number 4, I have the GOAT, Tom Brady. Now, the Super Bowl MVP is a fantastic player, and he still is at the age of 43, but I just think the guys ahead of him are just a little bit better at this point of his career. After one of his most mediocre seasons in 2019 with the Patriots, he went to the Buccaneers with a revamped weapons group, and he absolutely lit the NFL on fire, throwing for 4,600 yards, 40 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, and of course, leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the Super Bowl. As far as the mental aspect of the game goes, I think Brady is head and shoulders above, the entire NFL. As far as his arm strength goes, I haven't seen much decline due to his age. He's still able to put a lot of velocity on the ball, and Brady is still a top 5 quarterback even despite his age at 43. I expect the Bucs to be another top team in the NFL next year, and they're already favored to win the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to have a good chance to do it again. They brought all their starters back from last year. They still have a lot of weapons, and of course, they have the GOAT, Tom Brady. In a pretty weak NFC South, I could see the Bucs running away with that division pretty quickly, and things could get out of hand for the NFL if the Bucs and Brady hit the floor running and continue where they left off from the Super Bowl run this past season. At number 3 on my list is Russell Wilson. Now, Russell Wilson has been getting criticized a little bit more this offseason than normal, a lot due to the friction that he's had with the Seattle front office, but Wilson is still performing at a fantastic level. He threw for 40 touchdowns again last year, 4,200 yards, and it's just tremendous that a guy at his size can do what he can. And Russell led the Seahawks again to the playoffs. They did lose their home playoff game, which was a little bit disappointing, but I still think Russell Wilson is a bona fide top 3 quarterback in the league, and he's proven that time and time again. He starts off every NFL season like the clear-cut MVP, and then kind of falters towards the end of this season. I'm hoping Russ can stay consistent throughout the entire next NFL season and actually get himself an MVP award that, he really does deserve. The Seahawks have surrounded him with pretty good weapons in Lockett and Metcalf, and of course Chris Carson in the backfield. And I think if they can get some more stable O-line play, the Seahawks offense is going to be scary next season. And if Russ can stay in his early season form throughout the entire year, he's going to be a clear-cut MVP candidate when it gets to voting time. I think for most people in the NFL, it's agreed upon that Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes are the top 2 quarterbacks in the league. At number 2, I have the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers, on my quarterback ranking. He completed 70% of his passes last year, 4,300 yards, 48 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions, putting up one of the greatest quarterback seasons we've ever seen. And Rodgers was spectacular last year and got himself another MVP, and even got the Packers to the NFC Championship game, where they did fall to the Bucs, but he did bring them back to the NFC NFC Championship game for his second year in a row. We don't know what's going to happen with him in the Packers, if he's going to stay there or be moving to another team, but it really doesn't matter. Rodgers has proven time and time again that he's one of the most talented quarterbacks to ever touch football. If he does go back to Green Bay and reconnects with Devontae Adams, that's one of the best tandems in the entire league, and I expect him to continue to light the league up. We're going to have to wait and see where Aaron Rodgers ends up, but whoever he plays for in 2021 is going to be getting the second best quarterback in the entire league. And number one on my list is no other than Patrick Mahomes. Him and Aaron Rodgers are very close together as far as their talent and things they can do with the ball. Patrick Mahomes is just younger, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, and I think Mahomes is only going to get better. Last year, throwing for 4,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions. He brought his team back to the Super Bowl where they did lose to Tom Brady and the Bucs, but this is his second year in a row of leading the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. He's surrounded with probably the best supporting cast in the league. He's got Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. And the throws that we see from Patrick Mahomes every given Sunday is just ridiculous. We've seen him throw the ball with his left hand. We've seen him fade back and throw the ball 60 yards down the field. We've seen him run to the right and just sling a ball 40 yards to the left hash of the field. He does some ridiculous things, and that's why there's no question that he's the number one quarterback right now in the NFL. I think with the rebuilt offensive line that the Chiefs have given him and kind of the bitterness from losing the Super Bowl, Mahomes is going to be out looking for heads next year, and I think he's going to have a very big year and possibly his best season so far of his career. But let me know what you guys think of my quarterback rankings, and let me know how you guys would rank your top 5. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and drop a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it. If you guys like these ranking videos, let me know and I can rank some other positional groups. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.